I know. Sacrificial poet. Oof. Let me know when we're live.
Oh, we've been live.
Oh, we're live? Oh.
Yeah, it kind of just like
Oh,
suddenly happened.
goodness. Becky, I don't think we can hear you. I'm not sure what that's about, but I am assuming we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2022. Damn, because 2021 was fast and wild, and 2022 came in swinging, but we're still here with our hands up, throwing punches back because we are back once again for the first Berkeley Slam of 2022. Gang, 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 still online, still bringing poetry right into your home during this pandemic, during this Omarion crip walking all over the United States. But you know, we're making it through. Before we begin, I have to, of course, thank the people that make this show possible, specifically our supporters on Patreon over the last, say it with me now, 2 years. 2 years. We have been sustained almost exclusively through grants, but even more important, through community support from our patrons, donating monthly on patreon.com. It's because of that monthly support that we've been able to pay poets every week to perform, give out cash prizes, pay organizers, pay educators in order to do this important work, bringing live poetry, literary arts, literacy into the community, into your homes, all at no cost to you, to any of the people that you are going to see tonight. So those funds have been really important in making sure that we're able to sustain this work in a virtual platform. So I'd like to thank Alice Nami, Melody Montgomery, Stephanie Yeboah, Renee Edmonds, Emily Chow, and Calla Lily for risking it for the biscuit with us. I'd like to thank Jessica Kozakick for sponsoring one of our weekly workshops. And I'd like to send a special shout out to Alice Grimm and Rebecca Abraham for pledging $100 a month in support of one of our venues, the Allen Bluford Center. Now, our average donation is about $11 a month. So that means for less than the cost of a Netflix subscription, and we all know Netflix is tanking, you can support a global literary arts movement and really just make sure that we're able to continue paying poets, the least paid artists on the planet. So yeah, if anything you hear tonight resonates with you, if you'd like to see more of this, or you just like to support a platform that is uplifting the marginalized voices within your community, you can head on over to www.patreon.com/Rich Oak Events to donate monthly. Cool. Lit. Wow, I'm super excited, but also like super nervous because I haven't like done this in a month. Yeah, like we're here. We're back with another slam. A slam, for those of you who do not know, is a competition. A long time ago, a random person who we will not name, who we do not care about, created a game, a bar game, in which poets competed for cash prizes, and now we're here doing it better. As always, but with every competition, with every bar game, with every game in general, there are rules. So we will go over them. First, for the poets, no props, no costumes, no musical accompaniment, no nudity. Yes, please keep your clothes on and your genitals packed away. This is a family show, but more importantly than the no nudity rule is our time limit. You have 3 minutes, not 10, 3 minutes with a grace period of 10 seconds to spit your own original poem. After 3 minutes in that grace period of 10 seconds, you will be deducted points by our scorekeeper, Nicole. After 4 minutes, you will be muted, and I will have to come back and awkwardly recover something when I wasn't ready to. And believe me, I am awkward as it is. I do not need your help. Please, for the love of God, for the love of all that is holy, to spare us from the awkwardness that is Reggie. Please do not go over 4 minutes. Speaking of minutes and scores and things like that, we have rules for the judges. Judges, thank you so much. It is because of you that I am able to give poets cash prizes at the end of the night, but you do have a job. Your job is to score every poem from a 0.0 to 10.0 scale. 0.0 is basically anyone who had a birthday in January. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not like 3 in a row. um, yeah, and that's just like a 2.3, not being able to celebrate your birthday for the third year in a row because people can't stay their ass in the house and wear a fucking mask and get fucking vaccinated like they were supposed to. And now we got 5011 irises running around killing everybody. That's just a 2.3. A 10 is the best thing you ever heard. It's like all of like the November babies that got to have like their birthdays like pretty much like and pretend that like the world was COVID free, and then right before Omarion hit, and then like slowly faded in the house like nothing happened. Yeah, that's like an 8.5. Point being, there's not a lot of zeros, there's not a lot of tens. Score accordingly. There's this thing called score creep, where as the night goes on, and we might get a little drizz, we might get a little smiz, the smoke, the poetry starts sounding better. But that's not fair to the people that went first when you were sober and vibeless. So to combat that, we will have a sacrificial poet. They are someone who will go first. They are not competing, but you will score them as if they are. And think of them as a calibration. So any poems you like better, score them higher. Any poems you don't like as much, score them lower. And then of course, there is the audience. You sitting at home. Yes, I'm coming into your house and telling you what to do. Get over it. I'm Black. It's about damn time somebody told you what to do. But yeah, y'all have rules too. First, I need you to like, share, subscribe to whatever channel you are watching us on. I know we just came back from a holiday break, but normally we do like 14 things every month, sometimes even more, sometimes a little bit less. But the point is, I don't remember half the shit that we do. I don't expect you to remember half the shit that we do, but you are able to keep in touch and keep updated with all that we do if you like and share and subscribe to our social media, because we keep that updated and we always let you know when we're about to do something. So that's enough reason to like us on social media. Lit. Cool. We have the rules for the poets, the audience. Cool. And then of course there is our order. So the poets will be reading in this order. And if I could get like a woo after every poet. So let's try it. Like you can unmute yourself and say woo. Poet.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo.
Poet.
Woo! Woo!
The delay is like a little bit unsettling, but I'm vibing. I'm with it. It's giving Children of the Corn. We love it. Lit. But the poets will be reading in this order. We have Alex the Great.
Woo!
We have Mo Ministry.
Woo!
We have Dog Days Are Over. We have Bambi.
Woo!
We have Cynical Insomniac.
Woo!
And we have Diana Medina.
Woo, 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 woo.
Give it up for every single poet that's touching this stage tonight.
Snappity snap, snap, snap.
Woo, woo.
Gang. All right. So we have our rules, we have our poets, we have our judges. Are we ready to start the show?
Yeah.
No, we are not
Oh.
ready to start the show because we need a calibration poet, someone who is going to get the judges ready for poetry. Everybody say spill the blood.
Spill the blood.
Spill the blood.
Spill
And
the
give
blood.
maximum love to your sacrificial poet. Give it up for Reggie.
Woo!
Oh my God, is that the host?
Okay, so I didn't prepare and I don't have a poem. Colin, what should I do? I guess he's not here. Oh my God. Okay. When the rot of my liver is too much to bear, and I am left to sit in my own sobriety, grief corners me like a wounded animal in the dark of my bedroom. I do not deserve a family whose memory I cannot keep alive, and my grandmother is stuck in the corner of every thought, a dead God. If not a God, then at least a memory. If not a memory, then at least the horizon stretched across the night sky will still birth a new sun. What to do when the heat of morning burns away the reason for your tears? What to do when a memory fades and brighter days take its place? Repent or return to what keeps your grief fed. Remember what makes forgetting easy, the bottle or the smoke. What holds her smile in your mouth? What holds her eyes in your sockets? What prayers lift the guilt where it sits brick heavy in the pit of your stomach, in the air of your lungs? Down the liquor, light the cigarette, stare in the mirror and bare your teeth at your own reflection. Look how you've become bigger than your own grief, how you will hold yourself limp in your own bloody mouth and sob.
Whoa.
Give it up for the poet.
Let's go, host.
Dang.
Wow. Okay, judges, I need you to send your scores over to the scorekeeper, Nicole. This is the longest we're going to give you all night. Because by the middle of the poem, you know if it's like a 2-point or like an 8-point. So, you know, score accordingly. Lit. So, I threw my phone like I didn't need it to see who was next. Oh, I got this. On deck, we have Mo Ministry, but give maximum love to the first poet of the slam. Give it up for Alex the Great.
Woo!
How beautiful is a body after it has been scarred. An open face bruise needing space to breathe, the wound nothing but a memory. I survived everything that only came to hurt me, took the least of myself and named it alive. How sacred is a love song to myself? How can I serenade my solemnness, sing the background and the lead? Here comes the best part, the one where I am a good partner to me. I set the stage, the lights dim low, see self-care as an act of revolutionary healing. No is the most romantic language I know when I get turned on by setting boundaries. I do not quiver or hesitate to name my desires one by one, grant myself my every wish. How do I pick myself back up after the fall? Look the other way when I'm catcalled by the edge. The cliff does not scare me. This is me with a real good love enveloping my entire body. See it, watch how it embraces me, covers all these insecurities twice over, how it doesn't think twice about affirming me, how I ain't got to wait for anyone else to rearrange their priorities before I can actually see that I am worthy, and got to convince myself my heart ain't fragile or weak. It's real heavy. Got a story to tell. How about these stretch marks save me? I named each one a star amongst a stellar constellation. My body is an unconquered galaxy that heartbreak did not name me. And I am the sum of an exponential level of dispelled grief, my pain rooted in joy. How many times have I almost died? The man who stole my childhood and renamed me damaged tried to claim me. Drank so much I blacked out through my 20s. Generational trauma tried to shame me. The men who would feast on my body like a 5 o'clock buffet line, the childbirth and all the blood lost, the love lost, the eulogy, the surgeries. Every day is a party, a celebration, and I am my favorite song. Headed back out to the dance floor. This is the remix. The mirror is my best friend. She gives a ceremonial hand clap and a dance, a monumental A to cheer me on. How glorious is the reclamation. My heart, equal parts made of clumsy relationships, gap tooth smiles, and a stained glass mason jar full of regret. These stained teeth, hands full of stomach rolls, hips spreading like wildfire, and hair with split ends is all me. Every day that I wasn't supposed to be here, but I am, I revel in Satan's failed attempts. I owe so much to this body, how it didn't betray me. I all but despise it, yet it does not seek revenge, but it does the thankless job of continuing to love me.
Gang, gang, give it up for Alex the Great. Woo!
Go.
Woo! And your sack got a 24.4. Fuck the scores. Give it up for the poet, never the points. The poet, never the points. Lit. All right. I did that to stall because like between poets, I actually did not bring up the list like I said or thought I was gonna do. I don't know why I thought I was gonna do that because like I'm hella irresponsible. So there we are. Lit. We're gonna keep it pushing because on deck we have Dog Days Are Over, but give maximum love to our second poet coming up in the slam. Give it up for Mo Ministry.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you.
All right, great. All right, this poem is called Eyes with a Z. My eyes tell a story. Pretty brown sunset sets her eyes on a prize that she can't see, but she could feel. Feels real like something she could feel. Eyes tell a story, a metaphor, a memoir, a simile similar to eyes as large as life. Large enough to hold a lifetime full of vivid memories. See, eyes don't lie. Eyes tell truth through the flyest frames. Eyes don't lie. Eyes tell truth like lipstick on collars, like lashes on limbs, like 10-inch rims. See, eyes seen it before heart felt it. Heart felt it before eyes realized the connection between eyes and heart, hence love at first sight. And yet some people have 20/20 vision and still don't see that eyes are the windows to the soul. Peepholes, almond-shaped keyholes, often giving clues to the blues, and no shade, but no shade could ever masquerade the number of days that eyes lay awake. Cause see, long time no see, cause long time no sleep, cause really eyes tired. So eyes snooze times two, cause eyes seen things that lips don't speak on. I said eyes seen things that lips don't speak on, but eyes tell when lips reveal. And yet it never fails that some people will never ever look you in your eyes. I wonder why. Thank you.
Gang, gang, give it up for Mo Ministry.
Yeah, let's go, Flo.
All right. And for reference, Alex the Great got a 28.3. Fuck the scores. Give it up for the poet, never the points. The poet, never the points. All right. All right. Cool. Before we move on, I want to give a shout out to a place that is special to my heart, special to the heart of a lot of our crew members, anyone who's been to one of our in-person shows. We here at Rich Oak Events, we produce the Berkeley Poetry Slam, the Oakland Poetry Slam, and the Alchemy Open Mic. The Oakland Poetry Slam has been in person for the last few months. Of course, given the Omicron virus, we have shifted that online for this month, but we found out, I believe earlier this week, it could have been last week because what the fuck is time? But we found out earlier this week that our venue, Luca's Tap Room, is going to be closing at the end of the month due to rent increases. So first of all, fuck landlords. Fucking sue me. fuck landlords. Second of all, if y'all could do us, Oakland Slam, Berkeley Slam, Alchemy Open Mic, if y'all fuck with us and you are in the Bay, if you can do me a favor and go to Lucas and go get some food and go get a drink, they're a really good community. They're a really good bar. I know recently they've been doing Dining for Justice, which is a program where part of their proceeds go towards an organization and organizations in the Bay that are helping to solve the housing crisis as well as food instability, which means that a bar that's been like low-key losing money the entire pandemic has still been committing their proceeds to good causes. Like, they're really fucking amazing. They really deserve to stay in community. And the best way to help them find a new spot is to give them all of your money so they can afford it. So I know as much as I can, I'm going to be patronizing Lucas. I encourage you to do the same while you can, because not only are they a great restaurant, but their food is hella good. Their drinks are hella good. And they will always feel like home to us. So shout out to Lucas. Shout out to everyone who works there. Shout out Rick and Maria for providing the space. We're really going to miss y'all. And let us know if you open up a new location. But yeah, definitely go support Lucas. Lit. On deck. Oh shit. Did I do? Yep, I did. No, I didn't. Did I? I did. I had to get my shit together. I did. On deck, we have Bambi. But give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Dog Days Are Over.
Woo! Mic check.
We can hear you.
I hear my ancestors' native tongue for the first time. My eyes swell an ocean of history. Colonial ships landing ashore, craving gold, craving blood, craving ichor. A story decaying in memory. A collapsing skull speaking through rotting teeth. Hearing this erased gospel. My body remembers forgotten lullabies. Body knows this language was butchered to near extinction. Who'd hunt a tongue in pieces, who'd labor a decolonized expedition for every puzzle piece. As a child, I was fascinated by veins beneath my tongue, like roots, searching for surviving language to overgrowth every colonizer's lexicon. One. English felt like prickly syllables, micro tongue cuts, reason why I break its colonized rules. 2. Spanish felt more like answer, but it was colonizers' false gilded god. And 3, I'm aware of 1 and 2 every time my family encourages either language. A dentist told me I was tongue-tied, so I stretched out my tongue. Or rather, I started expanding my roots, started studying the blood evaporated by history. We didn't forget this tongue. It was yanked from the root, thieved from the hollows of our throats. I was born mestizo, a molcajete, mortar and pestle of Spanish and Otomi, born both colonizer and colonized in my DNA, born war zone of blood and jot and genocide and throat and erasure and tongue. I relearned my ancestral people, Otomi, was just another colonizer's nickname. Their true names, Nyanyu and Nyuhu, H and A, H and U, sound like poems encapsulated in a single word, like seed, with entire ecosystem inside awaiting unlocking 300,000 souls strong, tongue rare, except in my grandmother's remnant mouth memory I learned through a screen and not linking hands or exchanging eyes or dancing tongues in communal tandem of meal and song. But these words are seedlings, germinating spark growths, still learning this tongue and its genocidal history of derooting. Maybe I can plant new cornucopias in the wasteland hollow of my jaw, even if those who cultivated seeds before me still struggle today to remember the history pruned from their bleeding intergenerational mouths.
Gang, motherfucking gang, give it up for Dog. All right, judges, send your scores on over to Nicole. And for reference, Mo Ministry got a 25.7. Fuck the scores. Give it up for the poetry, never the points. The poetry, never the points. Lit. I don't know if you noticed, but like, we're 3 poets in and I'm already impressed with the writing. And if you're impressed with the writing, but like, and want to be a writer, like, I look at these writers and I'm like, I want to be like you. But like, it's hard. Like, I know I have a hard time finding a space to write. And you know what helps me? Like, going to somewhere that has like an intentional space and a prompt. I'm talking about a workshop. I'm not even gonna front. We have writing workshops every Wednesday before our show at 7 p.m. PST via Zoom. The Zoom link is always posted on our Instagram page at Berkeley Poetry Slam. They are free 99 to attend. Free 99. No tax, duty free. So I don't know about you, but like, when there are people charging $500, $600, $700 for writing workshops, you should take the free one when you can. You should take the free one when you can. Hit us up for more information. We accept all writing styles. Amazing, amazing work comes out of that writing workshop every week. I'm always impressed with the talent and the skill that's displayed in that writing workshop. And we'd love to see and share community space with you. Lit. So I'm gonna pull up the list again because again, I closed it out because I have no control over my phone, over my life, let alone my phone. No control. But on deck, we have Cynical Insomniac, but give maximum love to our next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Bambi.
Can y'all hear me?
Can hear you.
Listening to Dijon after a breakup, old acrylics messing up your grieving process, we spill wine over how I was the bad guy, and so was Prince Charming. What are morals when you would do anything for the things you love and if you are the thing you wish to love? I miss wearing dresses. I miss existing and existing without you. I'm obsessing over some dick lately, or the way this dick has a deep voice and makes us coffee in the morning and makes me appreciate Dijon a lot more. I am the rodeo clown, and clowns are respectable. I'll ride like I was meant for it. I'll look you in the eyes like I was meant for it. We are but the hurt parts that find each other in a laugh, and that is dangerous. I keep thinking about what I may never find again. I never know the longevity of never. I feel forever with the fear. I feel forever and see your face, which is to say I fear your face, and I fear my own cruelty. I am the bad guy, and so is Prince Charming. It is easy to make myself a person. And what does that make you but a thing that happens to me? And idealizing can be the sin that someone died for. You are the sin I'm willing to infect over. And that is not saying much. I've infected over more and less, but it all feels the same to my body. You remind me of silence. You remind me of the quiet in between the lightning strikes, the tinge of singed earth and how we think we'll exist there with our hair standing upright. I am young and I am older than I thought I'd be. Meaning, plans were made without me. Meaning I was made ahead of my consciousness, and I think of that often enough. I think of how I am your age and I can't relate to you. You are multiple people, by the way. You refers to everyone who has touched me appropriately. Dijon talks of a definitive truth, talks of a subjective understanding. Sometimes I can have my own perspective and static can overcome us with sincerity. I miss wearing dresses. I miss being a wind. I miss flowing. I don't let go of very many things. Or I let go of a lot of things. I just don't remember them. Either way, you might drop me faster than I'll let my fingers unravel from around you. I'll change my mind a lot. I'll change my mind faster than I've convinced you of a reality. I'll change as soon as that. Trust, that will be uncomfortable and jarring. You will never know me, but I have loved more things than I could witness firsthand. They live in my fingertips. They live in corners, and I won't tell you about them. Do I expect you to listen to this? Yes. Yes, I fucking do. So catch me overthinking every comma. Catch me against the gate, begging and pleading for a connection that feels the most bit familiar. Crack open another bottle. Listen to Dijon after a breakup. Wear a fucking dress.
Gang, motherfucking gang.
Wow.
Give it up for Bambi. And for reference, Dog Days Are Over got a 26.5. Fuck the scores. Give it up for the poet. Never the points. The poet. Never the points. Lit. Ooh. On deck, we have Diana Medina, but give maximum love to our next poet coming up in the slam. Give it up for Cynical Insomniac.
Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you.
I couldn't hear you. Okay. With 0 meaning dead and 11 meaning heaven, let's work on a scale from 1 to 10. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how am I feeling today? Well, in my case, it gets a bit complicated, mostly because I believe that whole rate of pain number scale thing is relatively useless when it comes to gauging actual suffering and actual pain. I mean, I could say, yes, I'm depressed. I'm at a 3. Meaning what? A 3 can mean many different things to different people. Some of us with depression really never get to experience 10s. Some of us rarely get to feel 9s. So a 3 may not be too bad for them. But for someone who lives around 9, any prolonged period of sitting at 3 would be like slowly dying, being boiled alive or set on fire. The numbers are arbitrary. My 6 may be your 4, or vice versa. So I suggest that we replace this outdated, essentially useless system with something that makes much more sense. Words. The next time a doctor or a therapist asks you on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you today? Instead of saying 10, you could say, well, tomorrow's going to have to be worse because today is the best day of my life. Instead of saying 9, you could say, better than fine, thanks. I can't remember the last time I felt this way. If you want to say 8, stop yourself and say instead, it's been a great day. Solid. Thanks. But even as you say those words, your mind may be whispering, let's just hope it stays that way. But if you don't have that left knee drop down to a 7, you can say, I can feel myself slipping, but still living, still thriving. For a 6, you could simply say the words, I am trying. And if you get down to a 5, you can say, I'm proud of myself that I'm not currently crying. A 4-level response could be, well, at least I'm here and faking a smile and not curled up in a fetal position on the floor. And I think we could all agree a reasonable response for a 3 would be, I have to be high to eat right now. I would not have one single slice of appetite, if not for the weed. What's a 2? A 2 could be, well, thanks for asking, but my actual response would send you running. So I'll just say, I'm fine. And a 1 would be silence. Because at a 1, most people cannot function. At a 1, if you have the energy or motivation to fake a smile or even speak, then you are a superhero. Because at my 1s, I barely have the energy or motivation to keep breathing. I understand this new system is not quite as quick or as catchy as our previous system, but let's try doing it this way. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today?
Gang, motherfucking gang, give it up for Cynical Insomniac. Ooh.
Let's go.
Lit. And for reference, Bambi got a 28.5. Give it up for the poet, never the points. The poet, never the points. Lit. Cool. On deck, we have the second round. We don't have a feature this week, but our feature next week, I'm super excited. Our feature next week is Camila Elizabeth. I don't know about you. I don't know if you know who that is, but you should. And you're going to find out. She's probably one of my favorite, not even probably, definitely is one of my favorite poets here in the Bay. Was on Oakland Slam Team 2018? 17? Mm-hmm. Jesus fucking Christ, I am old. But Oakland Slam in 2017, just all around really just solid person, solid poet. You really need to tune in. So on deck, we have the second round, but give maximum love to our last poet of the first round. Give it up for Diana Medina.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yee.
All right. Hi, I'm Diana. You can find my poetry at Off the Clocker on Instagram. And this poem is called Extended Warranty. Hello. This is society calling. We have been trying to reach you about the status of your womb. We see you have not filled your womb with a child in well over 2 decades. Failure to use your womb for childbearing will result in a life of loneliness. In fact, studies based on old folk hearsay show that not fulfilling your womanly duties makes you selfish and unable to be influenced, controlled, or trapped. Your refusal to procreate also creates matriarch and martyr shortages in our communities. These shortages will result in the patriarchy being unable to maintain toxic cycles of abuse and trauma on which the foundation of our traditions rest. Breaking the covenant with these societal expectations also leads to disappointed mothers, increases the percentages of men who will not date you seriously, and results in a lifelong sentence of spinsterhood. Don't you want someone to take care of you when you die? Don't you want to avoid becoming a lonely, destitute old lady? Don't you want to pass your genes on to someone that looks just like you? Don't you want to glamorize the ideas of parenthood for Instagram through those gender reveal parties or fancy maternity photo shoots or those family holiday pictures where everyone's in the matching pajama outfits? Don't you want to be exhausted and in debt like the rest of those perfect young families who post all of these pictures? If you don't bear children soon, crafty Pinterest boards full of kids' birthday party theme ideas and nursery decor inspiration are going to shut down, and cake bakeries won't have reasons to exist, and photographers will be out of jobs. Do you and your selfish womb want that on your conscience? Operators are standing by, ready to connect you to mediocre men with suitable sperm in your area. Let us help you ensure your womb is put to proper use. Call us today. Thank you.
Gang, motherfucking gang, give it up for Diana Medina.
Woo, let's go, poet.
All right, and for reference, Cynical Insomniac got a 27.5. I cannot say this enough. Fuck the scores, give it up for the poet. Never the points, the poet, never the points. All right, and I'm going to just wait for that score for Diana Medina, but hey, wow, we made it through the first round. Oh my goodness. First of all, love this for us. This is amazing. I'm really really excited for the second round because this first round, like, way to start, not even start off a slam, but let's talk about how we started off this fucking year with this first round of poetry. God damn. I'm really excited for this second round and for the rest of 2022 because it's already on fire. And for reference, Diana got a 28.1. Cool. So it's the second round. Welcome to round 2. Fight. But this is our money round. We normally take the top 5 poets in the slam. There are 6 poets, which means one person is gonna get cut. No, I'm not doing that. That's so fucking rude. Absolutely not. Oh my God, we're gonna take all 6 people. I can't be evil, I'm a bimbo. There's no such thing as this. I'm too stupid to be evil. I can't, I have to be nice. So yeah, we're not gonna kick somebody out. One person out, like, sorry, you don't pass. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna take all 6 people into our second round to duke it out for the cash prizes. Once again, brought to you by our subscribers on Patreon. Like I said, we give out cash prizes at this show, and the Oakland Poetry Slam, we pay our features, we pay our workshop facilitators, we pay, and we do not ask anybody but the government for some fucking money. So, meaning that, like, all of this, someone said Tyra Banks would have cuts. No, Tyra Banks would tell somebody, like, would hype one person up and then tell somebody else that they made it into the second round. Tyra Banks, I love her so much. I love that she chose to play the villain and played the villain so well. America's Next Top Model had a hold on the mid 2000s for no reason other than the fact that Tyra Banks is a goddamn menace. God bless her. I hope she is doing well. After that aside, yeah, we're gonna take the top 6 people, everybody, because I think everybody's on top, but you know, but we're gonna take the top 6 people. They're gonna duke it out for the chance at cash prizes, and we are going to do reverse order of appearance. I see some shocked faces. So if you what does that I was gonna say raggedy old book called the Bible, but I'm not. Well, I already said it, but what does the Bible say? The last shall be first and the first shall be last. So get ready because, ooh, chilly. I have to read this in reverse and I can barely read forward. We have Diana Medina. Then we have Cynical Insomniac. Then we have Bambi. Then we have Dog Days Are Over. Then we have Mo Ministry. And then we have Alex the Great. Give it up for everyone who is touching this second round again.
Woo!
Basically, give it up for everybody. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to jump right into the second round. No sacrifice, no calibration, just vibes, which means on deck, we have Cynical Insomniac. But give maximum love to our first poet in the second round. Give it up one more time for Diana Medina.
Hi again, everybody. This poem is an ode to my lonjas, fupa, belly, whatever you want to call it. Oh, beloved pelota of flesh, you remind me I'm expanding. Jeans not closing is a small price to pay for the warmth of tamales and pan dulce inside of my tummy. I call the contemplations that come to me when you are full pensamientos. Because of you, I am sturdy and grounded. I have cushion when I fall. I will never be carried away by the wind. And at night when it's cold, I hold you in my hands. And I remember I've always had you. A woman once asked me when my baby was due, and I held you as I looked at her and said, I am not with child, I am with burrito. It was good, and I'm due to shit it out at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. She was embarrassed, but I was proud. And on dates, you encourage me to eat like I mean it. Eat those wings con ganas and sabor. You say, lámbete los dedos enfrente de ese hombre. Let him see. You lick the barbecue sauce off your fingers and enjoy yourself. You say, go ahead, post that full body picture on that dating app. Let them see how much space we take up. You remind me that gordita me veo más bonita, así rellenita, bien comidita. You encourage me to let it be known that I take big bites out of life and sandwiches. You remind me to let my beauty be shown when I fill out a pair of leggings because my magical body is worthy of beholding. When I'm naked in front of lovers, you look them in the eye with confidence and encourage them, saying, go ahead, grab me. You know you want to. Every man wants to feel a handful of meat-shaped abundance. Lonjita, you are the perfect wing woman for my titties and my soul. Thank you.
Gang, motherfucking gang. Give it up for Diana Medina. Woo!
Woo!
Wow. And also, like, I'd like to give a special shout out to my boyfriend for putting up all of these lights, only for my big ass head to block most of them. So love the effort. But maybe anybody got a shrink ray on a head? Like, you know, it would be nice not to have this big ass head. Like, imagine like if I had like such a small head on this neck. Oh my goodness. Like all right, we're gonna keep it pushing. On deck, we have Bambi, but give maximum love for our second poet of the second round. Give it up for Cynical Insomniac.
Woo, 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 woo.
Women are supposed to be vulnerable. That's somehow attractive. Any hard edges are seen as a negative. We're supposed to be quiet. Not silent, not quite that draconian, but I guess the word I'm looking for might be compliant. We're told we're treated equally, but even semantically, that isn't true. A man and a woman can act the same, but their attitudes and actions will be called by different names. For example, a man has leadership skills, but a woman is bossy. A man is a player, but a woman is a slut. A man is determined, but a woman is obsessed. A man is confident, but a woman is arrogant. And a man is simply in a bad mood. But a woman, she's got attitude. They want us to look sexy at the beach, but then cover up if our babies need to eat. Use a blanket, please. These men are trying to sexualize you in their minds, and you're not making it easy with the babe at your breast, and it's making them queasy. They want to continue living their lives firmly believing that your firm breast belongs solely in their hands and not between some baby's lips. These perverse internalized societal distinctions are so normal, we don't even see them as strange anymore. We don't see them as bias, prejudice, baseless contradictions. We don't see them as anything that we need to change. Women should just get a thicker skin. Except it's often men who want us not to talk so much so that they won't have to do the work it takes to formulate an intelligible response, or in their mind, come up with something that might make us shut up long enough so that they can adeptly formulate a believable lie. And they tell themselves they're trying to think of something to say that won't make us cry. They're trying to spare our feelings because we're such fragile beings, and they hate to see us cry. Except in some situations, when they see no tears on our faces, suddenly we're cold bitches with no hearts, as if our feelings were erased. Reality just makes them uncomfortable. It makes it harder for them to put us in what they think is our place, the place below them, the weaker position, the position from which we're supposed to honor and obey and listen and submit. They want us to be fragile. They want us to smile even if we feel dead inside, because the smile is not for us, it's for them. They want us to smile even on that day when we feel like nothing more than the pretty peel wrapped around the rotten core of an apple. You want me to be fragile? Fine, I'll admit it. I'm fragile, but I'm strong. And my fragility is deceptive, because you'll learn after long, I'm not fragile like a flower, I'm fragile like a bomb. And there's no wire you can cut once you triggered my timer. There's nothing you can do but run. You will be caught in my fire. So after years of being told how to act, how to speak, how to look, how to think, my bomb is ticking quickly now. It's ready to explode. I am woman. Hear me roar. You want fragility from me? Be careful what you wish for.
Gang, motherfucking gang, give it up for Cynical Insomniac one last time. Woo! Woo! And for reference, Diana got a 28.1. Once again, fuck the scores. Give it up for the poet, never the points. The poet, never the points. All right, let's keep it moving. After I open up the list, and learn how to read. Someone pointed out in the chat, 2022 is the year that we stop doing tradition just because tradition, because I hella forgot word of the day. And so like, luckily nobody used it. So like, at least in the first round when it counted, I don't know about the second round. Yeah, so sorry. We'll have word of the day next week. What can I say? This is what happens when you let the bimbo host the show. If you don't know, I'm in the middle of a bimbo rebrand. I am tired of being intelligent, and therefore I am choosing to know nothing, to be hot and know nothing. Those are my two jobs, and maybe I'll drink some tequila on the way. But we're gonna keep it pushing. On deck, we have Dog Days Are Over, but give maximum love to our next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Bambi.
Yay!
Oh, to the people cut out of pictures. There's something beautiful about friends who aren't your friends giving you some of your best experiences. Riding in shopping carts, getting drunk and watching a wedding take place on bladed green, watching the buildings across the street move at 2 a.m., sitting in the wet grass, laying your heavy head on their shoulder, folding your hand into their withered palms, dancing in kitchens, smiling across pillows, kissing their cheeks pricked by the harsh air. I've experienced so many people. Saw the beauty of people I might only have awkward likes and we should hang out sometimes with from now on. Maybe we were meant to only exist in cut up photographs and poems. Now they're just as artistic as the paintings on my wall. Now they own my earrings and I own a plant that I will let die. Temporary people always give you plants. Does that say something? Temporary people love to plant themselves into you and walk away, tell you to take care. Sometimes I am a temporary person. So I'm sorry if I forget your name that one time at the supermarket, your eyes filled with I know you transformed to I wish I did. And we sulked in the frozen food section like I mean something more than I meant to. See, sometimes I underestimate my own heartbeat and my own face and my own breath, the way it is so easy to get attached to. I was probably dissociating that one time we met up. All faces blur together nowadays. And if it helps you sleep at night, please remember sometimes I wrap myself too tightly around those with erasers for hearts. I'm a fourth wall break, an acknowledgement of the outer world, aren't I? Take solace in the fact that you will think about me the way you think about the last step you took, or the thing you ate up a week ago. how you miss the taste but can't bring yourself to cook today. And I will leave the wrong people again and again and again. There is a moment when your eyes connect with the back of someone long forgotten, walking away with a memory never touched, a warmth never felt, a chill, a cold, a harsh existence. And who are we not to pat the backs of those who left us? So maybe I'll forget all about you, or maybe I'll write your name on the bark of a tree I'll never revisit. Maybe you're trying to forget me. And to that, I say, good luck.
Gang, gang, gang. Give it up for Bambi. Woo!
Woo!
Oh my God. I almost choked on spit. I must be a bimbo because like if I can't even breathe properly, like we love it. I'm transforming overnight. Let's see. Wow, is that a howling puppy? Hey, it's okay. Nobody cares. All right, there we go. And for reference, I can't believe that actually worked. That's actually wild that worked. But for reference, Cynical Insomniac got a 26.9. Fuck the scores, give it up for the poet, never the points. The poet, never the points. And on deck, we have Mo Ministry. But give maximum love to our next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Dog Days Are Over.
The way light glints at its own reflection, it glistens and gleams into God's last dream, dissolved onto the mouths of his disciples during his last supper. Supper is just a synonym for rite of passage for slumber, and so in the thesaurus of my mind, my every stomached meal becomes a ritual, becomes the inversion of sacrament to Eucharist, and my every ancestor awakens from the grave of my inner mind mausoleum, and they chant in harmonies stacked like summits birthing other mountains on top of themselves, and in this way I am reborn like I always am. Every day this ceremony blesses my skin with the alive of my pulse, and I tap my wrists in awe of their organic machinery, and how my breath is the summary of my well-being, and how many bodies have died in the name of unjust sacrilege, and how the priest never forgives sinners within the depths of his locked box chest. And isn't lockbox just a man's way of imprisoning what he knows can set fire to his skyscrapers, like his sky suddenly scraping itself into the multiplicity of a black hole singularity until his ego crumbles back into the star just that birthed it, like how a mother could unbirth her child at any moment but does not, and thus the undoing becomes the holy, and thus I am undone until I am nothing but a ball of light floating incandescent in the hands of spirit, telling my father that spirit had something special in mind when they decided to emerge me from the shadows of what should have never been born. My mother's birth canal was too narrow, my cranium too large. To this day, I have had to constantly allow ancestral and descendant energies to cradle me out from narrow birth canals each time I'm reborn, and this channeling and everything but a death, and death is nothing but a vein collapsing into a root system, and I am every nothing that brought me here to breathe myself into existence until I resurrect every choir the preacher deemed too revolutionary, too potent, too earthquake, and so I paint a self-portrait each time enough of my cells invert themselves into near recognition, and my cognition expands beyond the telescope of the previously impossible, and possibility becomes but a crystalline sphere within my grasp, and I sigh at how closed eyes could channel a river through their forehead as well. All they have to do is sit in the field of bullets and neuron and bone and blood and clay and metal and fire and webs and mirrors and kaleidoscopes and listen and listen and listen, 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 listen. Oracularity.
Gang, motherfucking gang, give it up for dog days are over. Woo. Lit. All right, all right, all right. So for reference, Bambi got a 27.5. Fuck the scores. Give it up for the poetry, never the points. The poetry, never the points. Lit, 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 lit. On deck, we have Alex the Great, but give maximum love to our penultimate poet, which I have been informed, but I'm like not entirely sure. I've been informed it means second to last, but like check your dictionaries because I'm not one. But give maximum love to your penultimate poet of the night, Mo Ministry.
I may not be able to change my environment, but I can change myself. I may not be able to change my circumstance, but I can change my perspective. Happiness is a choice. Contentment is a skill. Peace is not a place, but a mindset. And I made up my mind that I deserve it. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be free, to soak up love like vitamin D, to be kissed by the sun is to be magical. To have lost and to have won is to be human. To learn from your mistakes is to be wise. To been tried and live to tell it is to have survived. See, warriors are never surprised when opposition comes because they've been waiting for such a time as this. So make peace within yourself because there's a war outside and there ain't nowhere to hide.
Gang, motherfucking gang, give it up for Mo Ministry one last time. Woo! And for reference, we have a 27.7 for Dog Days Are Over. Fuck the scores, give it up for the poetry. Never the points. The poetry, never the points. Wow, have we reached the last poet of the night? Oh my goodness.
Aww.
Don't awe because it's still a poet. I mean, we could have no poets and we'd really be sad. Which I mean, I guess we're about to get there. I mean, what is life but, you know, one train wreck leading into another train wreck. But yes, we have one last poet of the night. So I need y'all to give the same energy you would give at the beginning of the night to our poet at the end of the night. Give it up for Alex the Great. Woo!
Yay!
An ode to my loud mouth. You are the antithesis of the whisper. Everyone knows your arrival to the room even before you do. Attention calls out to you. You can never be mistaken for subtle. Can you be any louder is like some kind of foreplay, the ultimate turn on. Yet you require no assistance, no toys or gimmicks. Put bullhorns and whistles and microphones out of business. You can hush a crowd with just one sound. Bring on the noise and the funk. You exacerbate the lovemaking. Awake all the neighbors from next door to the next city. No hand can cover up the damage you do. The equivalent to putting a band-aid on a gunshot wound. You djembe, you instrument of praise. You link to ancestry. You family tree with no roots. You giving us free. You freeing yourself. You cracking the whip on master's ass and you just laugh. Seek pleasure in the roasting sessions. High-siding, clowning a keep my ass. You all turned on the radio. I'll talk over the speakers. Amplify my speakers. I mean, just open up the mute. It's like your kryptonite. Only superhero you know who wears no disguise. Shows up to the fight all tongue twister, word warrior, verbal warfare. It's like meet me in the ring for an argument. Will show up anytime, any place, anywhere.
Gang, motherfucking gang. Give it up one last time for Alex the Great.
Let's go, let's go.
And keep that round of applause, that noise going for every single poet who touched this stage tonight.
I cannot stress this enough, gang.
All right. So for reference, Mo Ministry got a 26.6. Fuck the scores. Give it up for the poetry, never the points. The poetry, never the points. And while we're rating on Alex's scores and the scores for the rest of the people, let me tell you about the other shows in the Bay Area. You have, someone remind me when San Jose Slam is. I believe it's second Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I got that right. I have a hard time keeping track of dates because they have numbers in them. No, just no. We don't do numbers here. For reference, Alex got a 28.4. I mean, fuck the scores. Give it up for the poet. Fuck the scores, fuck the scores, fuck the scores. But we have San Jose Slam every second Sunday via Zoom. You can follow San Jose Poetry Slam on Instagram for more information and to keep up with that. You have the Oakland Poetry Slam every second Tuesday, formerly at Luca's Tap Room. I'm really gonna be sad about this forever. But now we are bringing it back to Zoom. So for our international and global audience, if you would like to, if I read something in the chat, we'll get to it. We'll get to it later. But if you would like to sign up for Oakland Slam, that list is gonna go out very soon. So, you know, we're back online, so there's another space for you. Every first and third Saturday via Instagram Live, we have the Alchemy open mic lit. So if you are looking for a space that's not like a competition and just a space to like share poetry or sing or dance, we had a motherfucker play the drums. We've had people like play saxophone on that shit. Like anything you want, really. We've had somebody just show us their cat, and that was one of the best times. Point being is if you just want to kick it with us on Instagram Live, that's it. And then, third Tuesday is Oakland Slam, not second Tuesday. Whoo, child. And then, yes, Alchemy is is that this Saturday? No, I don't think that's this Saturday. Is it this Saturday? Is it this Saturday?
Yes, according to my planner, it is this Saturday.
Holy shit. No, it can't be.
The first Saturday was the first, which we obviously didn't do a show then, but that makes this Saturday the third, which is the 15th.
Are we 3 weeks into January all fucking ready?
Yes.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I guess the next one is this Saturday. Is, if I'm not mistaken, who's hosting that?
I believe you or your brother. Let me double check.
I think it's Colin. Anyway, let's see.
Yeah, it's your brother.
Yeah, it's Colin. Colin will be hosting. It's going to be great. There may be shenanigans involved. And then, of course, every Wednesday, right here via whatever you're watching us on, is the Berkeley Poetry Slam. Okay, enough about the other shows. Let me tell you about who is winning this money. We give money to first, second, and third place. So in third place, ooh, shit. I had to think about this. In third place, winning 20 whole American dollars, I need you to give it up for Bambi.
Woo!
Gang, gang. Anything to say to the people?
Oh, I never expect myself to win nothing. Thanks.
I think we're gonna pretend that what didn't happen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Bambi. Thank you. In second place, and for reference, Bambi got a total score of a 56.0. In second place, with a 56.2, damn, these scores were kind of close. Give it up for Diana Medina.
Oh, yay. I will be spending it all in one place.
Yes. Yes. I'm a Sagittarius, so like I highly encourage spending at all times. But who knows? Lit. Thank you so much, Diana. And then in first place with a 56.7, give it up for Alex the Great. Woo! Anything to say to
Satan created bras. Fuck capitalism. I love my poopy. Thank y'all.
Thank you. And thank you for that important message. Satan did create a lot of things. I include bras. What else is on that list?
Folding chairs.
Huh?
Folding chairs.
Folding chairs. Satan created bras, folding chairs, and damn, what was I gonna say? Olives. Satan created olives.
Don't come for olives.
If you look, all I gotta say is if you can stomach olives, you are built for it tough. I can't knock you. But I can't join you either. That is not my ministry. I am so glad it's yours because who else would eat olives if not for y'all?
Who else would preach the gospel? Not for me.
Lit. Thank you to Alex, to Diana, to Bambi, to Mo Ministry, to Cynical Insomniac, to Dog Days Are Over, to every single person who touched this stage. Thank you to our scorekeeper for doing math on a fucking Wednesday night. Couldn't be me. Thank you to our bout manager, to the people who do social media, to our judges, to like literally everyone who makes this possible. Y'all fill me with so much warmth, and this is the thing that I was looking forward to the most in 2022. So thank you for sharing this with me. We are going to be back here again next week, same place, same time. Our sign up list will be going out very shortly. So if you would like to sign up, look out for that. But otherwise, that has been our show. Please remember to get vaccinated and to wear a mask and to shut up about both of those and just do it and leave me out of it. But we will see y'all next week, right?